Hello and welcome or welcome back. This is King Gaia, and today I bring you guys our monthly energy forecast, sharing significant vibrations, energetic influences, and how they are impacting our collective. If you're new to my channel, welcome, boo. I am so happy to have you here. Welcome to our collective. I am very grateful for the opportunity to be of service to you all. Who am I? I'm a metaphysical teacher, Reiki alchemist, and shadow work coach, and this channel is my virtual classroom. This is my studio and the altar where I share my offerings and resources with you, my collective. As you can see, I use tarot, oracle cards, and automatic writing to channel strategic energy leadership sessions for my collective. All my official links and all relevant recommendations will be posted on the description box below. Okay, on my table, all messages are from Spirit. They're timeless, timely, and in divine timing, revealing information behind the veil of the circumstances, opportunities, and potential challenges that may or may not be obvious to us yet, but very important that we take into consideration. And of course, this is a general reading, and it may or may not resonate with you, depending on where you are on your spiritual path or your awakening process or your shadow work journey, right? So please only take what resonates. Don't be forcing shit, right? Nothing that I could ever say or bring to the table for your consideration could ever alter your true nature, okay? Honor your intuition, free will, common sense, okay? I'm just a messenger here, all right? Let's get started. There's plenty to talk about here. On the table, emotional mastery, we see here balancing, and of course speed, because we are on we are on the year of the fire horse, of course. And listen, I'm actually very happy to be back and to resume flow. I follow spirit guidance and use Mercury retrograde for completing projects and making sure that we are 100% ready for this year's intensity. Okay, it's on the table. We need a clear mind. We need sustainable strategies and the best support system that we could possibly manifest. And for that, I am so grateful. Okay, many of us were looking forward to this year. We understood the assignment and we did the work, knowing that 2026 is about stepping into the best version of ourselves. No more excuses, no more bullshit. If you did the work, then your foundation is already here. It's there, right here. We have emotional mastery. You either became this energy or you encounter someone who embodied it. You learn how to regulate your emotions instead of being, ruled by them. You develop compassion without losing your authority. You stop reacting impulsively and you started responding with a level head and wisdom, right? We didn't rush decisions, right? We, you know, we didn't trap ourselves in fast commitments. We revisited, we refined, we renegotiated, right? That's it. Cleaning things up, we tie loose ends, we clarified our target, and again, finish what was incomplete, because otherwise you will not be able to move forward. Right? The first quarter of 2026 sets the tone. This was preparation, positioning, getting everything in order. Pick the horse, prep the saddle, and now we ride. Now we ride. With the year of the fire horse now active, we are not moving. We're not moving forward cautiously. We're not doing that. We're moving with force, with direction, and with intention. We already had that retrograde checkpoint, so there's nothing left in the way except ourselves, right? April 1st marks day one for aligned action. Spring is here, and trust me, it's not subtle. It's an invitation into visibility and expansion and full embodiment. Aries season is the launch pad, is the ignition point. We're going to use this energy. We're going to boss up, right? We are no longer planning or contemplating. Let's have that clear. We are executing, we're doing, we're moving, we're showing up. Now, this is where it gets real. This is the new energy because it's new, and you may not fully trust it yet. You're standing strong, yes, but some of you are still guarded. You're still watching, still bracing. There's resilience there and resistance, but there's also hypervigilance and maybe fatigue, and a lingering defense mode. And you need to understand something clearly. It is time for balancing. You need to balance. It's time for balancing. You can manage multiple priorities, identities, or path. You need to adjust to the change rather than resisting it or, God forbid, sabotage it, right? It is important for us, for this collective, for you to stay flexible where things are in motion. This is no instability, it's recalibration, like it's like adjusting the pieces. Okay. um, this is formulating, this is science, this is finding, what works, what doesn't work. And that energy does not carry hesitation, it's action. You need to throw yourself out there and see what works, what doesn't work, right? um, Now, you need to understand something clearly. The battle has already ended. There's no shoe that's going to drop. There's no other test. This is it. There's no longer survival mode or survival energy. This is thriving in the open. This is happening. This is real, and this is stabilizing, right? What you have fought for is now becoming something that you can actually hold and sustain and claim as yours. You're coming out of a cycle where maybe you had to defend yourself, justify your value and your worth. And you are now stepping into a cycle where your value and worth becomes undeniable and visible to all the motherfuckers, right? What you build through endurance is now ready to become a source of abundance, recognition, and tangible security. But this requires a shift, right? You cannot carry defensive energy into a receiving season. You cannot. There's no reason for you to, and I guess that's the message, that there's no reason for you to doubt what's being presented to you right now. So stop bracing for impact and start standing in ownership, right? Into self leadership. That is the energy, that is the outcome. And I understand why you feel that way. I understand the hesitation. It's fast movement, it's momentum. Opportunities are coming in quickly, and possibly all at once. All at once. So decisions are need to be made right now without overthinking it. If you sit in that analysis paralysis, you may or you will miss the bus, right? So whatever you're being juggling, right, is about to take off. It's going to take off. Okay. Let me make sure you can see everything here. All right. All right, honey. All right. The outcome here is satisfaction, is success, is emotional fulfillment. That's the trajectory. But if you're not experiencing that, if you don't believe that that is possible for you, then we need to be honest about why. Chances are you are the problem, honey. You're stalling, you're procrastinating, you're staying undecided, you're not showing up fully, and you're blocking your very own expansion. And this isn't about lack of opportunity. Obviously, the opportunity is here. It's about the lack of participation. So show up, show up, show up. This is your momentum. Stop eating shit. Okay, the path is very clear, the energy is very aligned, and the work has already been done. You did the shit already. Now it's about whether you're going to step into it or stay where you are, right? What was it gonna be? So let me motivate your ass just in case you need a little inspiration, right? Because I don't sugarcoat. One, spring is springing with or without you. So every seed planted has the potential to grow. you know it's you to decide if you want to grow it or step on it, stomp on it, right? Number two, the spotlight is on you. The bag is here, the money is waiting to be collected. right? Are you going to leave all that money on the table? Because let me tell you something, honey. It's more money than you could ever imagine. It's more money than you could ever imagine possible for you right now. It's happening. It's going to happen. It's going to land. And three, you're not alone. You're not alone. Your person, your tribe, your support system has already been activated. The only one eating shit here is you. Okay? So let's see. Let's call in inspire action for you. This is, of course, the Tarot Oracle, the Lantern Tarot Oracle, my baby, and this is the Ether version, the Dark Goddess. Okay, what is it that you should focus on right now? Ooh, okay, we're gonna take that. Ooh, baby, listen, 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 listen. Oh my God. The Queen of Pentacles, talking about money, honey, and prosperity, and everything that's in alignment for you right now, everything that's ready for you right now. What resources can you tap into or explore to enhance your balance? Listen, your balance and your overall well being so you don't lose your shit, right? Think about that. What resources, what people, what support system you can tap into right now so that you embody the Queen of Pentacles, so that you make these resources available for you, and you can tap into this leadership energy that is waiting for you. That is here actually. Okay. Um, this is it for today. Thank you so much for watching. King Gaia out.